There we go. Okay, so I'm very excited to watch this game at JDQ. Also, good luck. That's good to hear, smiley face. I'm very excited to run this game at JDQ. Also, how's it going, Don? I like this game's speedrun when it's not annoying. When it is annoying, then I hate it. But what the fuck is this game? Lol. Oh, okay. So, this game's kind of like if you took Binding of Isaac and combined it with SimCity. Um, it's a roguelite where you play as a lamb, and your goal is to kill the 4 bishops of the Old Faith, those 4 guys we just talked to, in order to free this guy in chains, um, from his weird flesh prison. Um, and to do that, you indoctrinate a bunch of people into a cult, and that's basically kind of it. That cult takes on the form of a town building section of the game. You'll see very shortly. And you get resources from dungeon runs and stuff like that. It's very cool. I think casually it's a pretty great game. Also nice for Tauskip. Um, I was very addicted to it for a good while. I think within a week I had put in like 120 hours. Or like 70, it's between 70 and 125, which I can't remember like exactly. I also don't know how many hours in a week, so I don't know. Is 125 hours the max amount? Does that go over? I don't know. God, you're so good at explaining things. I don't think so, actually. I've come to realize, okay, working with relatively normal people has gone to show that the way I explain things is very not neurotypical. The only reason I'm good at explaining speedruns is because I go through it so much in my head. The reason I'm good at explaining this game is because I've done a million different practice commentary runs. I've explained it over and over again and found the optimal way to do it. We're really losing time here? Damn, we had some bad rooms, huh? Okay, well, maybe my funny brain is good for your funny explanation. That might be true. This will be me with Sonic Frontiers. This will also be me with Sonic Frontiers. I'm so ready for that fucking game, dude. But I wouldn't be too heartbroken if I didn't get it into GDQ as well, because that would mean 2 runs that I'd have to focus on, which would be very hard. Like this berry bush over there. I'm gonna let my follower chop down the tree as I clear out this top area. Is there a stone down here? No, I'll go to this one since it's close. But yeah, this game's like the Tumblr style of cute and edgy. I don't know. I don't mind it, but it is kind of cringe. But that's okay. I'm cringe, but I'm free. That's a pretty good cult segment, I feel. Maybe not, I'm losing time. Somehow. I'm gonna blame my time loss on RNG there. Rich, what do you expect, roguelite? So in this dungeon, we want to no-hit it because no-hitting dungeons gives you extra resources at the end, and we need 30 gold by the end of this dungeon, which we won't get from the ending reward chest alone. But if we no-hit it, then we will, with the bonus. I also want resource rooms like this. So, because we need 15 wood and, what, 5 stone, I think. Yeah, I'm going to try to submit Frontiers. Yeah, I've heard. I am very well aware. I think a lot of people will, though. Maybe. The thing is, I'm not so convinced, because the game comes out in the middle of the submission period. So if it even gets in, which I kind of doubt, because Sonic Block is already pretty long in Sonic terms, at least. It's gonna be, like, in the middle of the second submission block, so... I mean, I think you're good enough, too. Here we're hoping for stone. Let's go. I can understand hoping it doesn't give it time to develop, but I feel like... Yeah, I feel like... it'd be neat, too. I want to see this game in this AGDQ and then next AGDQ, just to see... like, how it develops. Be able to watch it in real time. Stuff like that. I don't want to end the SGDQ, though, between the two. I don't think. I don't think that's enough time to really develop. Granted, this game came out, would have been out like half a year by the time it's in GDQ. But I feel like this game's speedrun community is pretty small, also pretty dead right now. Very few people actually run it actively. I think I'm like the only one, along with Verb Dan, but he runs 100%, so, you know. Very different beasts. But like, I'm the only person actively running it right now. It's really active at the game's launch, but what do you expect, right? Funnily enough, that same thing kind of happened with Neon White. But that's okay. There we go. Escape has a chance to softlock us if we're too slow, but thankfully there's a pretty consistent setup. All we have to do is roll into the temple. This is a sermon. It gives us little dungeon powers. The first one is the Hearts of the Faithful. It gives us a permanent half a heart increase to health. This game does look fun, though. Games will just die out after the first couple of months. Sometimes. Sometimes they have a lot of staying power, though. Like, I think Neon White might fall to that. Because eventually there's only so many IL strats you can fit into the run, and I don't know if someone will ever want to grind it. But I can see something like, Frontiers being very active for a very long time, because that game's just, at least, you know, seemingly, about as expensive as Breath of the Wild, and, I mean, look at it now, you know? Bro, can I just hit the 5 shots, please? This is a curse. It's our little secondary power that game gives us. Most of the time it's ranged, but sometimes there are short, very small range weapon curses. I don't know, I do feel like seeing some of the stuff in Frontiers makes me pretty convinced it's gonna have staying power as a speedrun, at least. We're gonna go down. I have a feeling. Feeling was correct. Bro, how? Okay, well, doesn't matter anyways. Okay. Bro. Anyways, we have 2 splits after this one until the game gets kind of broken. This early game is pretty chill for the most part until about 20 minutes in. My ad is about to start. Yippee! Oh. Enjoy the ad, smiley face. I know you won't, but it gives me money, so. It's not even that much money, it's like 70 cents or something, but hey, I'll take it. $0.70 is 70 cents for having, what is it, 3 minutes of ads every hour? I don't know. Something like that. It seems like it will be a baby SMO. Perhaps. I can see the similarities because you have to collect the heart pieces or whatever to, you know, hopefully progress through the game. Just based on what I know, at least. I'm not super sure, but yeah. We'll see when the game comes out, though. I hope it's a good speedrun because I'll be playing through it casually and regardless. I'll try a speedrun. If I like it, then I like it. If I don't, then I don't. This game's my first priority, though, as of right now. You get like $5 a month if I'm streaming a lot. Well, yeah, you do pull a lot more viewers than me, to be fair. Anyways, after this split, the game becomes actually kind of broken. It becomes very, very hard and very, very luck dependent, kind of. I think Shay said they get like 200, 300 a month. Yeah, it does. It scales. Shay getting 300 a month does not surprise me. Oh, definitely. I feel like, I don't know, even as a small streamer, it's kind of worth it, because I feel like, at least, like, if you start without them and ease them in, then it can alienate viewers. But, like, if it's something you build from the ground up, then it can more easily be integrated into it, more naturally. At least, like, that's my view, because it is something you have to integrate. It's something you have to plan around. Really, ads just suck if you're a speedrunner, because they'll just interrupt your run uh, without any mercy. It's tough. And like, I don't know, I wish I could run like 5 minutes of ads for every reset and just, or like between substantial attempts or whatever, and be done with it, but that's not how it works, so. Unfortunately, it seems like capitalism and speedrunning are adverse. For the most part. And sadly enough, we're too niche to really get a following, or like get a, you know, decent targeting towards us, I guess, would be correct enough, at least. How did I get hit there? That missed a wide variety of viewers from Twitch perspective. Yeah. I don't know, Twitch's business decisions are, yeah, kind of weird. Like running ads to 50 people over every 30 minutes will win over running ads to 200 every 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely true. Again, I don't super mind it because for the most part there are some pretty easy ways to circumvent it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna do a quick sermon to unlock a very powerful curse. I think probably the best curse in the game. And then that also puts us closer to the next upgrade, which is very important for the run. Then we'll do a ritual where we burn a bunch of wood or something, I don't know. Game makes us do this. Tutorial stuff. Whee! But after this, the game comes pretty cracked. Pretty cracked wide open. Because the game introduces us to the overworld map where Tutorial Man will now reside in the Lonely Shack. We'll never see him again. This is the last you'll see of it. And it unlocks the teleporter in the middle of our cult. We're gonna ignore it for a second. As we open up Anura. Anura requires 7 followers to open, and we have 7. And the next goal is 9, so after this we'll just go back to our cult and... Actually, I don't know, I kind of feel like just opening it now. There's a way to trick the game into thinking we have more followers than we do by rolling into the cult and back out to the little doors area. I don't know what to actually call it, but the game gets confused as some of the followers from around the shrine stay behind, and we can open up the next door. I imagine the game updates your follower variable, or the variable to open the door, one by one as they exit the room, but I'm not actually super sure. And now, we'll just go to an in-game area. 20 minutes in. You're supposed to unlock this... I think in any percent you unlock this... somewhere between an hour and... hour 10 in the run, I want to say. Very, very near the end of the game. Here we set our FPS to 30 and are just going to mash between these animations because it's possible to skip this animation of the little red piece, this red piece called the talisman, entering your inventory or whatever. It'll still give you the piece that you get from sacrificing a follower, but we'll do it faster. So setting our FPS to 30 FPS makes it easier, but I'm not hitting it because I'm bad. We'll see if we can hit it at least once. There we go. Just like that. We're just gonna let this one actually play out. Actually, I want to test something. Never mind. I didn't hit it. I was gonna test getting the menu pop up and then just exiting out with B, seeing if that skips anything. But we're going to change our FPS back to 60, not our resolution, bro. Okay. Go back to our cult. And the reason we did all of that was for the most overpowered item in the game. The 4 pieces of the talisman combined to make a whole talisman, and using that we can unlock this item, the Golden Fleece. If you read the description, damage dealt increases with every enemy killed and resets when hit, and we take double damage. Essentially what this means is that the Golden Fleece gives us a damage multiplier for every enemy we kill. This is uncapped and increases at 10% each kill. That multiplier resets when we get hit by anything, really. As long as we take damage, it completely resets. And then we take double damage, so instead of half a heart, we take a whole heart from hits. So, essentially the Golden Fleece turns the speedrun into a no-hit. The most optimal way to play this game now is to avoid damage in order to one-hit any boss that we fight. Doing this while going fast is, of course, hard. Like, sure, we could just melee or ranged attack every single one of the enemies we have to kill, but that is very tricky. We'll go to the tarot card room, why not? We won't talk to him, but we'll go. Hey, nice. Hello, fisherman. We unlock Pilgrim's Passage here. This is used in no major glitches. In the most optimal route for no major glitches, you do in fact have to play the fishing minigame. It is based. I love fishing minigames. Shout out to Big the Cat. Okay, we're good. Hello, Natborn. Ooh. I'm very scared of the enemies that go underground, in all honesty. Okay, no hounds, so we're not gonna bother. Some of these enemies, if we didn't have the Golden Fleece, would not be one shot, one kill. And now every single one of them are, because we have a multiplier of 550%. You really have to go through the weapon room, huh? Well, at least we avoided the cutscene. The first time you go to pick up a weapon from those weapon rooms, you get a pretty long dialogue sequence with the shopkeeper, and if you mash through it, it can lead to some problems. Also, this is the curse we unlocked by doing that sermon earlier. Hounds is basically just a bunch of heat-seeking missiles, and they're very good, and you'll see that in just a second. Rolled when we fish with big in Frontiers, any percent wrong warp. God, I need that so bad. I want the big fishing minigame to be part of Frontiers' speedrun. Most popular speedrun, not just any of them, but that's what Hounds does. I love that Hounds just completely fucking decimates his health bar. It's so funny. Anyways, we grab the Heart of Leshy, Leshy being one of the bishops of the Old Faith we're tasked to kill. And we're gonna step back from this chest in order to pick up the proper scroll. We don't want to pick up both of them because that is slow. So we're just gonna... Ash roll, please. Fuck! Okay. The two blueprints were too close to each other, but at least the follower form is a bit faster than unlocking another blueprint, so... That is the first bishop down. Hello? Let me out of the menu, please. After the one who waits congratulates us, we're gonna mash escape to skip a text cutscene. Also, that's 6 minutes saved. Lamau, I softlocked there at the Leshy fight in my PB. And now, we're gonna go unlock another ability real quick using that Heart of a Heretic. Or, I guess, this Heart of a Heretic. Lame shows it off every time we defeat one, so... And that ability is Omnipresence. Focus whilst on a crusade to instantly return to the base. This just lets us return to the base at the end of every one of our crusade runs, meaning we can skip the rewards chest, which we don't really need, and we can get back to the cult faster. This saves a few seconds on each time we defeat a boss, so it's worth. Anyways, now we're gonna go to the last area, Silk Cradle. In the casual playthrough, this is the intended final dungeon, and as such, it's one of the hardest ones, and that's why we do it first, is to know if we should reset or not. I've been having thoughts about rerouting it to where we do Anchor Deep first, but I haven't really done that. In Soul Cradle, we meet a bunch of spiders, so, I mean, I guess arachnophobia warning, but these spiders are all very annoying. We also have a few pretty annoying cultist enemies. I'm just trying to be careful and take care of this guy because he summons a bunch of enemies that are all very annoying. And then this guy. Cool. Okay, well, that was a bit messy, but that's okay because we got out without taking any damage, and that's fine. That's really what matters, is not taking damage. Particularly with Soul Cradle, this place has some pretty nasty mini-bosses that we have to take care of. Anyways, we got 2 dead ends, which, unfortunate, but... We also have the gauntlets now. Just everyone in the community calls them the claws. I don't like this nickname because that's my nickname. I go by claws, so I call them the gauntlets because that's what they are, smiley face. Aw, that's so annoying. Well, I guess that's okay. Well, what's record, by the way? Um, loadless, it's a 112, I believe. I think. Also, thank you for the good luck, Nuke guy, and thank you on the GG. How's it going? Um, I'm really looking for a new weapon at this point, but we haven't had a weapon room or anything like that, so... Oh, that was very close to taking damage. Alright, and here is Shamura. Shamura is the Archbishop of the Old Faith in... Or the, not the Archbishop, but the Bishop of the Old Faith for this area. And all of the bishops take on the kind of four horsemen of the apocalypse role that, you know, present in a lot of media. And Shamura is the Archbishop of... Or the Horseman of War, so... He makes us kill our own followers. This is Folklore. He's kind of just a very simple boss. So, there we go. That was a very good fight. Thankfully, we got a ranged curse, and so we could just spam him down from a distance and then dodge roll when he jumped to us. Now we're just gonna teleport back to our base using Omnipresence. Leshy, the first bishop we did, was the... I actually don't know what are the four horsemen of the apocalypse? Because there's War, Famine, which is Hecate, Plague, which is Calamar, Horseman of the... I'm googling this. I read the grave. Sad. Also, we have a new enemy type, the weird centipede dude. I'm gonna destroy you before you spawn spiders. And then we'll go up. Conquest? I mean, I think that's definitely possible, but I'm not too certain. And we also have a new spider enemy. These ones are very annoying in all honesty. They shoot a bunch of fireballs. You also will see this centipede shooting fireballs himself too, which I just got hit by. Lamau. Oh, that's not a exit to the area. Is it death? It might be death. It could be death. Which, I'm not sure if Leshy is a good example, a representative of, but that's my opinions, I guess. No, we were trying to skip that. Anyways, here's where you unlock Midas's cave. We went there earlier. I have to figure that out before my run, which we'll see. But I do feel like I'm getting better with the Golden Fleece. I'm not gonna like jinx myself or anything, but you know, that's just how I'm feeling about things. I'm gonna look for... Okay, no. Heart Room, pause champ. Heart room. Nice. So this just refills your health, and I'm gonna take it because we don't super need followers right now. I'm gonna take those coins just for a bit of income. And then, since there was no Crusade room skip, or Crusade fort skip? I forget already. We'll take Hounds. This is nice. Hounds is actually a very useful curse even outside of boss fights, so... It doesn't matter what we do here in the future, we will want to bow to every one of the archbishops. Or I keep calling them archbishops like they're like religious leaders, but no, they're just bishops. We will want to bow to them though. What? That hit me? I have no idea how that registered as a hit. Then again, I don't know how half of the stuff in this game registers as a hit. This game's hit detection isn't the greatest. I don't know why I'm going to the left. We don't have a room there. There's a map literally in the top corner, so... I should know that, but we'll go up. Okay. At least this room's not too bad. Poison in this game is actually very easy to avoid, in all honesty. Because as long as you don't stand on it for too long, then you won't take damage from it. I think I've taken poison damage once in my entire, like, probably close to 300 hours in this game, 200 hours, maybe. And I've taken it once, so it's super, super easy to avoid. Right. We have the optimal layout, so we're gonna... That enemy is also very annoying, so we're just gonna kill it with Hounds and not worry about it. And this is why he's really annoying, by the way. Ooh. I don't want to get hit there. I just let that happen. There we go. Okay. And this run-through of Silk Cradle is very important to no-hit because of this boss. He spawns a bunch of enemies and eventually it becomes overwhelming very, very quickly. So it's really important to take him out as soon as we can. Having Hounds for that is really, really helpful. Plus a really high damage multiplier, of course, is helpful by default. But I'll just escape afterwards, and then we're gonna indoctrinate one follower very quickly, mostly for safety, because we only have 2 followers right now. On this next Silk Cradle run-through, the Chimera will make us kill 2 of them. So, we're going to avoid that by just indoctrinating a quick one and then going into Silk Cradle afterwards. Also, shout out to Sonic the Hedgehog, apparently. It's old man Sonic the Hedgehog, rather. We have Dilf Sonic in the building. You see, it's funny because he's that follower was a blue hedgehog by default. Anyways, this Silk Cradle is kind of easy. At least it should be. Well, I say it, getting damaged immediately. Again, hit detection in this game sucks. That 100% should have not been a hit. There we go. Famine, pestilence, war, and death. Okay, then maybe Leshia's War and Shimura's Death. Because Famine is Hecate, because he starves your followers. And, of course, you know, that is bad. So this big guy is very annoying now. This is kind of scary. This game likes to randomly turn into a bullet hell sometimes. Okay, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna take that half heart. And then I was saying, before being interrupted. Oh, Lord, I almost got owned there. Jesus. I'm gonna take care of the archer enemies real quick. Ooh. Okay, we're good. This is kind of slow, but at least we're not taking damage, which would be terrible. At least so far we're not taking damage. Ah, I rolled there. You're kidding. What? There was a person there? That's crazy, actually. Thankfully, this guy is very easy to take care of, because all he does is shoot poison on the ground, and as we've said, poison is very easy to avoid. I'm gonna take this heart. Play it a bit safe. That's annoying. We'll go to the follower room. Then probably just over to one of the coin rooms. This choice actually matters, so we need to say life is misery, because otherwise this person's very edgy, as we can tell. So we do actually have to make sure we choose the right choice there, or else we lose out on a follower for free. It's of course not a huge time investment either way, but you know, free followers when we can get them is good. Or at least low time commitment followers when we can get them is good. We're gonna take care. Okay, well, I was gonna say we're gonna take care of that egg before it hatches, but that's okay. Okay, we're gonna try to take care of this guy as soon as we can. Especially, okay, I think we got the damage multiplier for that. Shimura will just kill that guy if we don't kill him first, and then we lose out on the free 10% damage increase that would come with Golden Fleece. I'm gonna take care of the eggs first. Thankfully, the eggs also give us the Golden Fleece damage modifier, so it's not a huge deal either way. But we do want to just, you know, take care of them since they're easy and free. And then wait on the cocoons to hatch. There we go. Hounds? Hounds, nice. This is very good. So we're gonna go down. We're just gonna play this a bit carefully since we had some pretty dangerous spiders come out of those cocoons. And we're gonna take the gold from this room. Again, just for Helab. Also, the half a heart is appreciated. Since we take a full heart of damage, we always want to try to have an extra half a heart. That's why the first upgrade is helpfully convenient. Hounds, shout out. Gonna try to take care of the... Okay, well, at least he spawned a poison spider, which isn't that bad. I'm gonna... I wanted to try to roll into that room, because as you can maybe tell with the... I'm gonna avoid that. Okay. as you can maybe tell with the destroyed stones in the center of the room randomly, bombs in this game are kind of weird. For some reason, they kind of just blow up the next room if you're fast enough. The explosion kind of lingers, and I'm not super sure why, but it does. There we go. Okay. That was dangerous. Cocoons also do this sometimes where they don't break immediately, which is really annoying. I have the optimal build. I don't need anything. I want to just avoid getting hit as much as I possibly can, because this will be very helpful in the mini boss. Ooh. We'll go. Actually, I kind of feel like this might be the correct play, and it was. Hounds also blocks the projectiles of some enemies, so that's fun. That's nice. Hounds really is just kind of the perfect curse, in all honesty. Anyways, Horus will fall very, very quickly, because... well, I lied, but it's okay. What? Did neither of those hounds hit him? Just none? That kind of sucks. Well, we'll just play well, smiley face. Okay, thank you. Hounds. That got pretty dangerous. Somehow the hounds didn't hit him immediately, which is quite unfortunate, but that's okay. So, we're gonna indoctrinate every follower we have just to get an idea of where we are. Also, we want to avoid talking to this weird red guy. That's right, I have problems with the reds. I apologize. It's mostly just this guy will give us a quest if we talk to him, and that has the potential to have some pretty bad consequences if we aren't pretty careful. Okay, so we should be at 8 followers, which is perfect. We desperately want 8 followers here. No. Okay. Well, at least we just had to name our cult, which is good. I thought that was the last guy, but apparently not. I am a fool. Anyways, after this, we're gonna go conduct a sermon. This will unlock more powerful starting item levels, which will be helpful. Also, old-ass Sonic the Hedgehog going slow. Sad. But, yay to see it. Might of the Devout increases the starting levels of weapons when you begin a new dungeon run. So... and now we have 9 followers, so that gives me a good idea of how many we need. So we get 6 by default from defeating mini bosses from now on. This is 7. And we need 11. 7 out of 11. Nice. So, we'll try to take one of the... What's it called? Any follower rooms we get here, which we'll see. Looks like we had a follower room and a shop right beside each other, so we'll go to the follower shop. Actually, no, we'll go to the follower shop. It should be fine. To the left. We're not gonna go in any tarot shop, card shops, areas, rooms, whatever you want to call them, because tarot cards we have no use for. They are utterly useless to us, for the most part. There's 6 with of the default, I think 17. I'll have to double check that number, but also this time loss is completely fake. My splits are very bad. Oh my lord, I almost got hit by that. Ooh. That was scary. Go to you. Oh, I got hit! No! That's sad. We'll actually take you. I like you much more as a curse. At least we have time to rebuild our stacks of the golden fleece, so. Also pick up a full heart on the way, probably, hopefully. Okay, this enemy is actually pretty dangerous because those poison shots do actually hit. The poison particles he shoots out do actually damage us if we come into contact with them, so we're gonna try to avoid that. Anyways, Helab will sell us this guy. Yippee. Helab is a very, very fast way of picking up followers because all we have to do is pay a bunch of gold. And gold is pretty easy to come by for the most part. We don't really use it except for with Helab, so. Bro. Okay. And we're at full health, which is nice. Whoa, that's a tarot card room. Hounds? No hounds, but I'll actually take the axe. I don't mind that too much. It at least makes most enemies that were close to one hittable. More damage is not a complaint. To me. Get into the next room. Okay. Well, it was our last room, which is fine. Anyways. me. Where's... oh, up here. I was looking for the last enemy and then it was just a cocoon. There we go. I'm gonna wait on the... okay, well, we didn't have any more fervor. Fervor, by the way, is what powers your curses. It's little red orbs that you pick up. In case you were wondering about that, I feel like I just remembered I never explained that, so... oh. Oh. Okay, I wanted to be careful there. I really don't want to lose this. The stacks I have. Oh, Jesus. That was super dangerous. Okay. Well, this has gone well. Unfortunately, we don't have any curse charges because I used them all. Which should be fine. Because for the most part, Chimera isn't too hard. We're going to start out the fight by diving into the bottom right corner to just try to corner trap him. Which should hopefully make this fight easier. We'll see. Because the first thing Chimera does is just pounce right at us, because this guy's just a very big spider. Oh. And since he did the bomb attack, we can just... there we go. That was perfect, actually. That was a really, really good fight. I'm gonna pick up the heart of the heretic, of his heart of a heretic. Because we have to. That's what unlocks the door. We have to defeat all the archbishops, by the way. There's no way around it. The loading zone for the final area isn't loaded until we do. But after that, we can just omnipresence out. And we'll be fine. That was a good fight. That was a very good fight. I feel like that was a very good Silk Cradle. I played that well, I think. Again, this time loss is mostly fake, I think. Mostly, I think. Almost entirely, if I'm not mistaken. Also, I was mashing escape there, I thought. Okay. Well, I got owned. A little bit. So, what we're gonna do now... we're gonna real quick indoctrinate the 2 followers I got. Real fast. And then, oh, the red guy again, dude. Oh, it's awful. Anyways, I didn't see a tell up had a follower. I don't think he did. Oh, he did. They just blended it. Okay, and we don't have enough gold for it. Anyways, so that's fine. Next up, we're gonna go to Anchor Deep. Anchor Deep is a relatively calm dungeon for the most part. This place has a lot of enemies that are kind of just free stacks. And we also get what I think might still kind of be my favorite, but used to be my preferred weapon, the hammer. The hammer is a very long build-up, and what it does is just a ton of damage, so... it's been a bit since, in all honesty, it's been a bit since I used the hammer, so I might be a bit rusty. I am surprised that guy didn't hit me. I always kind of felt like the hammer was good because you could basically just pre-aim all the enemies. Anyways, these guys are some of the... what? Oh, okay. I was very confused. Those weird red floating dudes are the ones that I was talking about when I was like, oh yeah, you just have free stacks. Anyways, this is Calamar. Calamar is really annoying and very cowardly. He's also the hardest bishop in the game somehow. He's unironically harder than the actual final boss, which I'm not going to spoil, but He's the hardest boss in the game, almost by far, at least in my opinion. For the speed run, a lot of his attacks come down to complete RNG, but we'll get there when we get there. We have a follower store. We'll see if we got enough gold to afford it. Cool, it was a free follower, because Helab just likes giving away people for some reason. Helab's kind of a sick, twisted man. Well, man, spider. He's a freak. A little bit. But that's okay, smiley face, because him being weird is to my benefit, so that's okay. But we're just gonna keep going through Anchor Deep. I'm actually gonna take not the claws. I'm swapping back. I don't want the gauntlets. Please. It actually sucks that the gauntlets aren't like my best weapon, because that'd be just funny if I was the best at the gauntlets. I'm gonna pick that up for safety. Just in my opinion. But how did I get hit there? What hit me in the first place? Okay, well, that one was easy to see, but... Okay, we're fine. Gonna convert Celios to Wild. Because it's almost dead, and I use that to read chat. So, thank you. There we go. Also got tagged on Discord. Also, I think I bonked my mic. Oopsie. We gained 2 followers from that, and now we should have it. Well, he changed out his stock. Sad. Also, for some reason, even if the follower is 100% off, we still give him gold, which is funny, in my opinion. Anyways, back into Anchor Deep. Low-key hoping for a not hammer and not gauntlets weapon. I'll take an axe. I don't mind the axe, actually. Especially in this area, the axe is kind of good because of rooms like this, where it's just a ton of enemies. Ooh. These big green guys that just kind of launch at you, like lunge at you, are quite annoying. Also, this is Clunko and Bop. Shout out. They appear in the Lonely Shack. They're Ratao's friends, Tutorial Man, if you don't remember. And they like playing a game that called Knuckle Bones. It's an in-universe dice game. You're not gonna see it. What do you? I'm trying to go fast. Ooh, this is good. Okay, this is the first circumstance where we've gotten a Crusade floor skip. If we're lucky with the room generation in the dungeon runs, we can completely skip all of the sword rooms, which I call Crusade rooms, in favor of rooms that either give us more benefits or are just straight up faster. So follower rooms are faster, for the record, but are also just helpful because we need followers anyways. So it's not like we'd not take them, even if we or it's not like we wouldn't take them even if we didn't get a Crusade floor skip, but it's nice to get them and also skip a Crusade floor. But on we go. This game actually has a lot of times for donations, probably, so I can chill a little bit for games I like. Anyways, Calamar just unleashes a plague on our people, and for the most part, they'll be fine. Fun fact about the easy difficulty in this game, you basically don't have to do anything with for your cult. They'll basically just take care of themselves. It's actually really nice for the speedrun, and it makes other difficulties not worth it at all. Oh yeah, we also have these jumping spiders that are really annoying. We don't need anything else. That's fine. Because Habarem is not too bad. I say immediately getting hit. He spawns a bunch of these guys, though, which are just free... free golden fleece stacks, so... Oh, nice. We got hit during this little cutscene, so we can move around. Anyways, I'm gonna stand in the middle here. Actually, I'm gonna pick a reward here just for the gold that we get from the rewards chest, because we do need some. We're low on it. Buying followers is always good, so we definitely want to do it. Okay. Well, can't buy that one. We're at... I don't remember how many followers. We're at 11. We bought one before going in. We saved one, and then the mini-boss. So we should be at 14, if I'm counting correctly. I always indoctrinate people at the end of each dungeon just to make sure, but, you know, we'll see. Please give me you. Ah, that's gross. Kalmar just stealing our stacks. Also, you may be wondering another reason that why we're playing in the game in basically what is reverse. It isn't actually primarily to save time in case we wanted to reset. It is actually just faster. If we kill Shamura first, the bishop of the Silk Cradle, then we skip a bunch of cutscenes that play in this area, Anchor Deep. Shamura comes up multiple times and basically kind of just asks us why we're doing this. It's very existential, and those dialogue times are quite long. They are quite long, and so mashing through them wastes a good handful of seconds. Bye-bye, Canuck. Okay. Roll into the next room to... Okay, well... We have Plimbo. He's a merchant, I think, that runs Smuggler's Sanctuary. And he basically just scams us into buying him a new boat. He blames us for the failing economy or something. Because apparently this place has... Oh, that's gross, actually. Apparently this place has an economy. Anyways, we got hit, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I'll actually take you. I kind of prefer just the default fireball over the throw up and explode-y type things. Anyways, we're hoping here that we don't get a boss fight replay. Oh, that's great. The question mark rooms can be quite a few different things. They're kind of just secret. But one of the things they can be is boss fight refights. Or boss refights, I guess. Where we just fight one of the bosses we already have, which is, of course, a pretty marginal time loss. It's obviously not as bad as a... somehow I picked up that blueprint. I'm not super sure how. But it's not as bad as a Crusade floor. It is faster, but it is a hell of a whole lot more dangerous. Oh, this room is fantastic. I love this room. Okay, never mind. I got hit. I've never gotten hit in one of those rooms before. That's never happened. I said it. I said the line. Let's go. What is happening? These small guys almost never hit me. Granted, I guess they are the ones that kind of just fly towards you, but, you know, it's still kind of annoying. I'll take that cart. Like, I'm convinced the small red ones can't even damage you. As far as I'm aware, they can't. Anyways. Anyways, this guy's relatively easy, so we're just gonna use the curse we have that lets us take some very long-range shots. While avoiding all of his projectiles, and we're good. Cool. Yeah, Beelzebub is not too bad. Anyways, the next Anchor Deep run is super, super important to no-hit. We absolutely want to, under no circumstances, take any damage in the next Anchor Deep run. So, we're going to try very hard not to do that. We'll see, but... we should be at, I believe, 16, so we can buy this and completely avoid follower rooms now, I believe. Which will be nice. As long as none of our followers die, which they shouldn't. But we shall see. We're really hoping for a Crusade floor skip. And we got one. Nice. That is actually massive. You always, if you want a Crusade floor skip, which, of course, you always want them, but if you really want one, you always want it on the 4th dungeon run-through, because that is the longest one. Also, in case you're wondering, how we unlock the Bishop boss fights is by going through the dungeon 4 times. The game's very specific with it, too, for some reason. Like, I was rolling there, you... This game. This game and its hit detection. Very big fan, smiley face. Whew. I almost got hit by that by just walking into it. Take the half a heart. And we're hoping this question mark isn't a boss fight repeat. But we did indeed get a Crusade floor skip. Nice. We'll actually take you. More health is always good. After Calamar's fight, we're going to you're going to check how many followers we have right now. Hello? Why could I not hit that guy? That was weird. Hounds? No hounds, but I'll actually take you. I kind of prefer you. I prefer the weird tentacle line. Whew. Okay, good. We'll go left, right. No we won't. Not really worth it to get those blue hearts either, so. Well, we're at Calamar. We didn't get hounds, which is kind of unfortunate, but this is kind of RNG either way. Calamar has 4 arms in his true form or whatever. And these 4 arms hold 4 different weapons. Whichever arm he holds up will depend on the attack he throws. We want to avoid the grenade attack. He has a grenade in his lower right hand, which basically turns him into a bullet hell with no chance of ever avoiding the attack. The sword and the dagger are just 2 quick melee swipes, and the staff that we got there is just something that spawns a bunch of enemies. Wow, that was actually pretty merciful of him to do a pretty easy to avoid grenade attack. And we got Calamar down. That's actually a very good fight. So, now going to teleport back to our cult. Also, just a quick check. Audio is working on the stream, correct? You can hear the game, smiley face. Oh, simply... Oh, oops, I shouldn't be mashing space that quickly. Okay, it is cool. Thank you, laptop. Shout out. Anyways, we're going to indoctrinate everyone into cult. Just a quick checkup on how many followers we have. If I was counting right, which we'll see. But I think I was. If we were counting right. We should be at 17. Hopefully. Which I think we are. No, we're at more than that, I think. Because I do not remember buying this guy last. Yeah, okay, well. Wait. You're not... Okay, well... Damn, I way overcounted this. Because we need only 1 more follower, so we're just gonna not worry about it. So we're gonna avoid all follower rooms from this point on. Anyways, Anura now. Anura is supposed to be the 2nd dungeon you play through. It's our last one, smiley face. This is where the gauntlets are supposed to be introduced. The game introduces weapons gradually. The first 3 get introduced in the Darkwood, and then the future 2 get introduced in Anura and Anchordeep, Hammer and Gauntlets respectively. Or Gauntlets and Hammer respectively. But since we already have them unlocked, it's just a frog dimension. Shout out to Big the Cat again. For the most part, Anura enemies aren't too bad. Their hit detection, like most hit detection in this game, can be pretty annoying, but for the most part, they're not too bad. I'm gonna go left because that is a tarot card room down. As long as we generally keep our distance from frogs, and now that we can one-shot the small ones, we should be more safe. As long as we keep our distance from them, we'll be relatively fine. That is Ratu. Ratu is a kind of just weird old man, not to be confused with Ratau, who is similarly a weird old man. He gives us... He does a lot of things, but what he was trying to do in that room was give us a challenge where if we completed it, we get some prize. I kind of forget what the prize is, in all honesty, but it's something. I don't remember if it's good or not. We don't need either of those. We're fine. I think Gusion is pretty easy. Having the curse we do is honestly pretty nice, because he does that. Nice. That was a good fight. That was actually just a pretty good dungeon in general. 2 minutes in a dungeon is really, really good. Of course, 2 minutes in the first dungeon of Anura, pretty average. But, regardless. Frankly, as long as you no-hit a dungeon, that's pretty good. We do have the appropriate amount of followers and some extra, which is really nice. Fun fact about, I think, one of the world records in no major glitches. I don't remember if it's still the world record or not, but in one of the world records in one of our categories, we had someone have a follower die, and they were just good enough to be able to still world record. Shout out to It's Toxic, smiley face. Man is cracked, but somehow. Anyways. Getting the hammer here isn't too bad. Nura is actually surprisingly good for the hammer. It is quite humorous, because there's a bunch of stuff that will just completely block... Oh, that's annoying. Enemies from, like, advancing towards you, which is perfect for the hammer, because we can just sit on the opposite side of the wall, and... we'll be fine. We can just swing our big hammer, and nothing will happen. Aw, that's gross. Well, at least the hammer deals enough damage to generally one-shot anything anyways. No Crusade room skip, but we'll just go to the resource room. The other two are relatively slow. From here on out, we're just trying to make sure we menu well. And, of course, fight well, but what do you expect? Oh, what was that? Gross. I didn't see... Okay, that's annoying, actually. I'm going to get a heart, because I don't trust this very much. I will take hounds. I'll also take an axe. I kind of prefer that right now. Hammer's kind of slow for the how fast we will kill enemies with an axe, so this should make up for it, at least. For the time spent grabbing it, at the least. I'll also take hounds. I'll take this instead. Still kind of prefer you over this. Also, we haven't grabbed a single tarot card from Canuck. That's so sad. Okay, we had a follower die. That's interesting. Oh, I hate this room layout, actually. And Elagos is fairly simple. Just give me a thank you. Alright. We'll convert him. I do think you have to convert the mini-bosses into followers. I don't think you can avoid that. I think if you teleport back to Cult, you have to replay through that run-through of the dungeon. I wasn't mashing, Lamau. So, I think you do. I'm pretty sure. I don't quite remember, though. We should be on PB pace. I think this is on pace to be a 126 or something. We shall see. I'm just playing a bit safe, which will be fine. As long as, honestly, as long as you don't die and run, you can get a pretty alright time. $126 without any Crusade floor skips and with pretty average play, at least. Aw, that's gross. I don't know how that... What? Did you just survive? Okay, well... Give me the half heart, thank you. We'll play it safe and go to the food room. I don't really like the... I do not like the question mark room. If we can avoid it, I'm going to, at least. That is a weapon room. I don't need you. The layout, the build we have is pretty good. Hecate here will ask us to bow or refuse. No, he does not. Cool. He just makes... He just unleashes a famine on our people, which... Okay, fair enough. Do your worst, king, I suppose. Ooh. We can refill our health here, which is good. Hounds? No hounds. Sad. I haven't gotten hounds yet. Or, very much in this run. That was super risky to just roll into that guy. Cringe. Okay. Zepar is also pretty fine. A very fast kill. Okay. Really hoping for a Crusade floor skip here on Anura 4. Or 2. We'll take 2, Smelly Face. Because I think it should have 2 Crusade floors. Maybe. I forget, but... I hate low times, I hate low times. Oh, no shot. That is perfect. Let's go. Okay, well, as long as we... that's gross. I didn't want the gauntlets. That's fine. Is this where he asks? No, this is where he sends out 2 of his big toads. These guys will appear in the fight against him and are very annoying, in my opinion. Ooh. Ah, that's gross. Go up. I hope. I also don't like the gauntlets because they don't really one-shot the frogs very much, which is really annoying. Anyways, we should be going the right way because we meet Flinky, our last Knucklebones opponent. I didn't mean to roll into you. We'll just spam through you. Well, I wanted the other one, but you know what? That's fine. Because if we have an attack negated, it does actually save our stacks too. And it was a plus card, which is basically just a rarer version of the regular tarot cards. I guess I haven't touched on tarot cards at all. They're just special effects that we get through the run sometimes. We don't really grab them too often. Really kind of hoping for a new weapon at this point. You suck. I'll take you, but I'm not happy about it. I'm mostly taking you because I didn't have charges on the curse I had. Which is fine. That's okay. Hecate is a relatively easy boss. If we're lucky, we'll kill him pretty fast. We are at the least on PB pace, which is crazy how close this is. I guess I've just been playing very, very safe. And also gotten some pretty unlucky room generation, but that's okay. Also, like, 0 Crusade floor skips, which really blows, but that's okay. I meant to roll there. That's annoying. I don't like this very much. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. We got really messy there at the end, but we made it through, and that's most important. Obviously. I'm gonna roll away because I think we might be a bit too close to the chest, and then I don't want to pick up either of those blueprints, in all honesty. But all we have to do is indoctrinate, I think, 2 people, because we're at 20... or 18, not 20. I was reading the time on my timer. This run was pretty good. So we're gonna indoctrinate our last few followers. All of our sick followers are basically cured, and the ones that are starving are also doing fine. Our cult is absolutely disgusting, but that's okay. Anyways. Just people throwing up. There's a dead body. This game gets very funny whenever you don't take care of the cult the whole time, but... Anyways, we've taken care of all of the archbishops of the Old Faith, which means the only thing stopping us is the one who waits. At any percent, we can choose whichever one of the endings is faster, which is, of course, choosing to sacrifice ourselves for the one who waits. Yippee! But yeah, you have to have 20 followers for this ritual. We float off into hell, and we're just gonna grab any 2 weapons. It doesn't actually matter. Whichever 2 are fastest, because we don't need them. And this is about where shoutouts will go. I haven't figured those out yet, and I have a few months to do it. So, one who waits brings in all of our followers. They are all petrified or whatever. We also have a lot of people just in rags, which I'm not super sure why. And this is... I think time should have already been, but... I think it's whenever you hit accept, but... It will be whenever the game fades out. And time. Cool. 131:04:48. It's nice to have actual splits. Anyways. Yeah. GG, whippy, yippee. Going to take a quick screenshot of OBS. And post in the Discord. Yippee! Well, nice to get a PB after a bit.